Hi, Katie Louise from Complete Package Marketing. I'm making another video. It's been a little while. We've been really busy with the stuff that's going on, which has kind of affected the time that I've had to put into my business, along with having other clients which I've prioritised. Just wanted to talk to you today about bounce rates and what they mean for your website, because it's come up in my current work. Bounce rates refer to somebody coming onto your site, visiting your site, and staying on the page they've landed on, then leaving. On its own, that's not a concern. If it's above 50%, that is quite concerning when you're analysing it on Google Analytics. If the amount of seconds that they've been on your website for is particularly low, then you should be really concerned, because it tells you and it tells whoever's analysing your site that the quality of the traffic that's coming to your site is not very good, unfortunately. That people are accidentally coming on your site, or they're not converting, or they're leaving really quickly because there's something missing. So I thought I'd talk you through a little bit of self-help and say that we can help you. If you need a help, just inquire, just send me a message and I'll be able to help you with this. So one of the things that you could check is whether your page is working or not, whether all of your links are actually working. If you're getting a 404 not found error, people tend to leave after that. It's not a good thing. Make sure that everything's working. Check the usability of your website as well. Make sure that people can use and access everything they need to access, that all your links are working. Make sure all of that is working. Another thing that you need to do is to make sure that everything is clear on your page and people are finding the information that they need to find. Then they're not just finding information that you want to provide that you find interesting, because that's not always going to be what other people find interesting. Your website is basically your free advertisement. I say free in a loose term because obviously you tend to have to pay for web hosting, you have to pay for someone to build your website unless you've done it yourself. You might have to pay, some sort of subscription, but as a form of advertising that lasts you a long time, that is generally classed as a free form of advertisement. When you advertise using a website, you want to make sure that you're putting your company in the best light and that you're making sure you're providing all the information that somebody wants to find on your website. So people aren't going to go on there and just look at what you want to show them. They're going to want to see information about your products, information about what you do, maybe a bit of information about yourself, information about your prices. They know if you're in their price range or not. I would say that one of the things that I see a lot of is, particularly for services, not wanting to provide a price, which is understandable because there's such a scope, but it is a good idea to provide some sort of estimate so that people can see if you are generally in there, sort of, if you're affordable to most people. Otherwise, they just might not bother inquiring, particularly if you have competitors that are advertising how much they cost, because they'll just go straight to them. It's easy. Another thing that you might want to check is if you've got some clear calls to action, if it's easy to message you from your landing pages, if it's easy to, phone or email, or however you've chosen, whatever the best way is. Maybe you've set up a form that's already filling it in for your customers. They have got less to do. It's quite daunting, especially if some people are, not particularly confident, maybe a little bit shy, to just message a company and say, oh, can I have this? And to start an email afresh. Sometimes you need to ask for a lot of information. Sometimes it's good to have some sort of template. In general, if you look at everything like that, if you look at all of this, there should be a reason that you can see that would affect your bounce rate, and this should help if you make sure your information is clear. If all of your menus are, logical, if they're leading to the right places, if the information that they need is easy to find and is clearly signposted, then you should be able to fix your bounce rate. Another thing that I see a lot, unfortunately, is people that don't have a lot of content that other users would find interesting on their page. So they've got a page which is really wordy and really factual, but there's nothing really that's fun or engaging on their website. You need something that's a bit more, hello, this is why you should look at my website, come and see this, click on this link, find out this. That's really what you're aiming for on your website. It needs to be really bold, it needs to be really entertaining, it needs to be a joy to use. If you're bored of using your website, I can guarantee other people are bored of using your website. It has to be fun, it has to be entertaining, it needs to have its purpose and do actually complete its purpose. Anyway, if you need any help with anything to do with bounce rates, if you just have some inquiries, if you want me to have a look at your website and offer some practical help, please just message me or call me. There's a lot that we can do. I hope this has been really helpful. Thank you very much. Bye.